We're talking granny squares. Actually, no, I would say we are talking crocheted squares today. The month of June is National Granny Square Month that I did not know about, but I have fully embraced it. So if it sounds like something that you might want to hang out and listen to, follow me. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm glad you're here today. If you are new or you are returning, thank you. I appreciate you being here. As I have said many times before, our time is valuable and I appreciate any that you spend with me. Today we're talking squares again. Yep. I know I missed last Friday, but there's a whole lot going on and I couldn't get it done. Okay. Part of it was I was not feeling good. As y'all know, some of you know that I put a hole in my leg. So I was kind of laid up for a few days, which that is good crochet and knitting and all time. But pain level, I just wasn't really in the mood for, I was making a couple squares and then I'd get aggravated and I'd quit. So anyway, all of that aside, my son was out of town, so I don't have the wherewithal to, hold on, sorry, I have a piece of hair in my eye, but I don't have the wherewithal to put anything on the screen in my editing. I'm not there yet. So, yeah, okay. He's going to do all this. So, anytime you see pictures or anything added, until I tell you differently, it is my son doing that for me. And I could have recorded that video and I could have just not had it, just had the links down below, which in every video that I post, anything, whether it's a pattern, information, or anything, it's always in the description down below. I know some of you watch it on TV, but you do have access to a computer or your phone or whatnot. So if you do want it, it is always linked down in the description. Okay, so I got you covered on that. Now, it is such a beautiful day. I am recording this late, but that is the story of my life anymore. So, all of these, now, to be fair, full disclosure, I have 6 patterns for you. I have done 5. I've completed 4. And let me tell you, this makes me so super glad that I went this way with these patterns, because I have seen plenty of podcasters throw up all these patterns, just as inspirations and ideas, and I've done it, but I don't know that I'll ever do that again. You know why? Because of those 12 cast stones of 2026, I have run into snags. And I don't think, now, if I do another video like that, it'll be, okay, here are some untested by me patterns, so I can't tell you anything about them other than they look good. And they look cool. And I want to try them. But these, I am finding whether I like them or not. Now, the ones, this is the first time that I have given up on a pattern in this series, okay? And I'm going to get those 2 out of the way first. All right. So and I don't know if it's the pattern, if it's me, or if it's a combination of the 2. I don't know if, you know how some patterns don't mesh well with, or they don't mesh well with certain yarns, or certain yarns don't mesh well with certain hooks. So I think that's the case here with these 2 first patterns. I did do a pattern in this lineup from this same site, but I'm not 100% sure the origination of this site. I have recommended a a pattern on the site before, and I believe that I have done a pattern on this site before. But these two particular patterns, they didn't work for me. And I don't know 100%. Now, this one right here, it is called Crochet Daffodil Flower Granny Square Pattern. It is on a website called Lupara. For some reason, when I first saw it, I thought Lupara. I don't know the pronunciation. I don't know how to pronounce that particular. It's Loppara. And I saw it, and since we were talking about maybe doing some 3D patterns, I thought, this daffodil looks beautiful. I want to try it. Well, I did. And they do have a video. It says there's a PDF pattern. There's a free pattern on this blog. Then they have a printable pattern, apparently. I don't know. I didn't check it. Be careful what you click on this, because in one point it says it's an ad. It says printable PDF free and then open. That is an ad. Don't click that. But it also says it has a tutorial on it. Well, I didn't do the video tutorial. I probably should have. But I'm sitting here trying to zoom in on this thing on my phone, and I can't see their stitches. And I'm doing their particular, what is she calling it? Let's see. She's calling it a bobble stitch. The way they do this, I've never seen it done before, so I did my version. Okay, do not mind the loop right here. That is just where I was finishing the row. Now, and don't mind this. I have not cut anything because I was not going to finish it, and this is an in-progress type situation. Okay. The bobble stitch did not give me the little petal look like their picture. So I'm a crocheter, okay? I've been doing this for a long time. So I thought, okay, if their bobble stitch doesn't give me that defined little picot, that's what I said to myself. I was like, oh, it doesn't have the picot end like that does. She has no picot in her pattern. But I did the picot so that I could get the little bitty point, you know. And then I had to have 5 petals. Well, I didn't have room enough for 5 petals according to her instructions, or according to my interpretation of her instructions. Their instructions. I don't know. The round I stopped on, and I'm going to show you, because she tells me to work in the front loops only to make these petals. Well, after that, it says that you have to work in the back loops of the petals. And in the picture, they're working on the white part of the petals. There is no back loop. It says working in the back loops of petals. Yeah, and she's in the picture that I'm seeing, it has them going in like this, and the loop is this way. I don't have that on my back loop of my petals. So I got aggravated, and I put it to the side. And I moved on to the next one. This one is a crochet daisy granny square. Okay, this is style 3. She has a lot. This particular site has a lot of variations of different flowers. And I was like, okay, that looks straightforward. Let me dive into this one. Before I even grabbed my hook and my yarn again, I read the pattern. And what I was reading wasn't lining up with the pictures or where the placements should have been according to the pattern. Now, these two particular patterns, I don't want to say that they're not good patterns. I'm just saying that they did not mesh with me. My brain could not make sense of those two patterns. Maybe if I had delved into the daisy, but you have to understand, I was already coming off of the frustration from the same website. So I wasn't feeling very charitable, and that's on me because I didn't even try it. I read it, and I thought, oh, this is more the same nonsense as the Daffodil. I would love to make that daisy. That is a very beautiful daisy, but I'm not going to. If y'all do, somebody comment below and tell me if you do try the Daffodil or that daisy, because I would love to know, is it any good? Is it me? Because I am a big enough woman to say, okay, I cannot make sense of this. I don't know where I'm at with this, okay? Let me tell you. Now, let's go on to one of their patterns that I did do and I enjoyed. Actually, there's two more. Oh, I forgot. This one was one. It's so simple. Okay, so actually, I'll confess, this is the first one I did. This is Crochet Farmhouse Granny Square. I tried this before the Daffodil, and so I went into the Daffodil feeling very good because I thoroughly enjoyed this square right here. But I wanted to get the bad taste out of my mouth quick. So that's why I wanted to tell y'all about the two that I failed at, okay? Then I can show you what I succeeded at. And it doesn't mean that it's the fault of the pattern, okay? I'm owning that because it could very well be me. We know my brain is not all that there sometimes. This one right here, it is simple, but it's pretty. And you know how I said, what block was that? Hang on, I'm going to look back at my list over here. It wasn't Victorian lace, or it wasn't Victorian lattice. Which one was it? Okay, so I think it was the very first one. Puffs and Hugs. That's the one. That was the very first week I did this. And I said, no, I don't like popcorn, bubbles, that kind of thing. And the irony of that is I actually did, I did You Are My Sunshine. It's basically making the words out of bobble stitches. Yeah, I loved that thing. But when I did that Puffs and Hugs, that was so irritating to me, and I don't know why. Because I have done it before, and that's what I said back then. I didn't know if I didn't like it because it was, I would do regular stitches and then have to do bobbles, or I don't know. This is the same kind of situation. I had to do regular double crochets and then go into a bobble or popcorn or whatever you want to call it. But get this. I loved this thing. And I love the simplicity of it. Sorry. Alright, look at that. Look at how... Sorry, I'm trying to get my left hand to work with me today and it's just not. How pretty is that? Okay? And it is one solid color. And y'all will notice that I am still using... Oh, let me show you. I have all of my colors of my donation the ones I was doing donation blankets in last year, that I'm still doing donation blankets in, because this is going to all come together as a donation blanket. I like this square. It's simple, but it's beautiful. And when you put these all together, if you were to do an entire blanket of these, and I might do a couple more of these to go in that blanket, but it would be a continual pattern, even changing the color of your squares, which I plan on doing, because I'm going to have the white or the cream, and then the sweet pea or green bean, or what is the name of that yarn? These are the ones I found at Dollar Tree back in the day when they were doing those. They were the Yarnspirations Red Heart Classic ones. Alright, Off-White Papaya. Papaya is this one. And which one was this? Green pea. I said sweet pea and green beans. Okay, I was combining them. Yeah. So between all of those, that would look really, really cute in a blanket just itself, right? I loved it. I highly recommend this one. And I do recommend giving the others a shot if you like the look of the Daffodil or the Daisy, because you may have more success than me, okay? Alright, now the last one for this site, and this is all four of these are on the same site, because when I went looking, I loved the look of these. Now this is the Crochet Heart Granny Square. This is style 2. And again, there's a lot of different styles on this website for this one. But this right here, I was taking a huge leap of faith, because I did this one first. Then I tried this one, failed at that one, looked at the Daisy, didn't even attempt it. And then I went into this heart. Now, this heart right here, she uses yellow, where I used the off-white. Where she used white, I used the papaya. And then I used the green like she did on hers. There was some fudging going on. I did have to alter some of it because I wasn't lining up like hers was lining up. But look at that. Is that not so pretty? This is the teeny tiniest little square though. And I think the blanket, when I finally do have to sew it all together, I'm going to have to add some rows to some of these blocks. But I really did. I had fun with this, even though I did have to alter it some. And I have not used Meredith's blocking block to block any of this. But isn't that pretty? I would not mind doing this one again. I don't know that I'm going to anytime soon, because there's enough of these squares to where I may not have to repeat any. But if I do repeat, there's probably some that I would prefer to repeat over this one. If I did do this one again, I would probably do papaya as the heart, and then do the white outline with the green pea surrounding. So I do recommend that one. And you might have to fudge it. It might not be as beginner friendly as you would think. But now, this one I will warn you. She's got trebles, she's got double trebles, and then she's got triple trebles. So they're really easy. You can look anywhere online and find them. It's just when you do a treble, you just add one extra loop, like you're doing a double. You just add a loop, and you do it the same way you do a double. You yarn over. After you do your 3, then you put your hook through your work. You bring it up. Then you do a yarn over, and you bring through 2 hoops. Yarn over, bring 2 hoops. You know what I mean, okay? It's very simple. With a treble, you do 3. With a double treble, you do 4. With a triple treble, you do 5, I think. No, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So it's not that hard. No. With a treble you do 2. So excuse me, I totally got that wrong. With a treble you do 2. With a double treble you do 3. And a triple treble you do 4. I was wondering why 5 sounded really, really a lot. It's late in the evening and my brain is just gone. Okay, now I was gonna split these 2 up. They are almost the same square, but y'all know I love me some hooked on Robin. Hooked by Robin. Okay, so I saw hers first, but hers is not the first one I'm going to show you. This one right here is it's a spiral granny square by HappyBerry. Now, as much as I can tell, and I might be wrong, but I think HappyBerry's was first. But, you know, it's hard to tell because the YouTube, it's a free YouTube. I haven't found the, actually, let me see if there is... Oh, okay, she does have a written pattern. I did not know that. Hold on, let me open that real quick. Okay, wait a minute. This is 400 free crochet patterns. Alright, I thought it was a link straight to... I will put this link down below, but it says you have to sign up for free crochet patterns. I don't do that. So if you want to do that, be my guest. I will have her link down below, but I will also have the link to the YouTube, which is what I went through. And this was done 11 years ago. It was in October of 2015. Now, hers, she used 4 colors. I used 2. I used my off-white and my green pea. Okay? Now, when I finished my edges, they looked very smooth. And I would honestly be okay with just that. But the thing about this one versus the Hooked by Robin is this one basically squares it off pretty much ready to go. Hooked by Robin's does different. But you could do this. She shows you, and they're slightly different in their stitches. And if you did either one, it would be perfect because they're double crochets. You have a single, a half double, and then a double to start off, and then the rest of them are double crochets up until you get to the very end. So at the beginning and at the end, you have single and half doubles, but the rest of it you have double crochets. And I love it because the back is very neat too. Aren't y'all proud of me? On the ones that I finished, I wove in my ends so that when I get all these squares together for the blanket, I don't have to do any end weaving. Now, I'm going to show you. Now, this one right here is the Hooked by Robin. And she is actually this one is the reason why I decided to go with 2 on this one, because I was going to go 4. I was going to do all 3 of my donation colors and then add either a solid white, bright white, or a black to do this one right here from HappyBerry. But, you know, I was like, no, I want to honestly compare. If I'm going to do Hooked by Robin's 2 colors, I want to do this one hooked just in 2 colors. So, excuse me, this one right here is Hooked by Robin, her spiral. Now hers, as you can see, it's white and black. All right, and that would be so cool. And I liked how the points showed on, like when she did black border, her whites, it's kind of almost like a there's a word for that design. It's like an oval, but it has the points on the 2 ends. The word is, I know the word. I know the word for that, and I can't think of it. It's anyway. I liked how that looked. So I do like. Now I did mine in the off-white and the papaya. I love how that looked, and I don't know if this one would look as, I don't know if it would look the same if I tried to put that outside border on. But, I mean, they are very, very, very close to looking the same. The thing about it is the points I was telling y'all about right here is not in this one. Because she got points. I think these were trebles on those corners. Let me run back through here. Yep, it was trebles. And that's how we got that pointy, to get it a little bit more squared off to where we could add that final row. Actually, it's the final 2 rows, because we did a I think it was single crochet and then a half double, maybe. Hold on, let me go down here. Yeah. So we did single crochets right here, the border round number 1, and then the border round number 2, it was half doubles. So, but that last round of the spiral, we set it up for those border rounds to just finish it off. And I loved it. I would do either one of these again. And I think it would look really cool. Now, I don't know about robins, because if I were to use multicolors on robins, this corner would not be the same as that corner, you know? So it would be 4 different color corners, which might be cool. And I might do it just for the fun of it and just to see if it would look good. This one right here, I would love to try. Honestly, what would be really, really cool is to use 2 colors, but have one a solid and then one a variegated. How cool would that look? Oh, that would look trippy. I could get behind that one. I really could. I could get behind that one. So that's all 6 squares that I had for you. And I'm sorry, you know, I feel like I failed y'all as well as myself in the pattern on those that daffodil and that daisy. But it's not the end of the world, okay? It's something that we all come across patterns that for some reason or another just don't happen. And I am that person. Now, I'm going to tell you, I gave this more effort because of y'all, than I would have if I did not do this channel. Because I did not want to let y'all down. And how can I say it? I know I'm not letting you down personally, but my expectations of what I want to give y'all or have ready for y'all or to help or whatever thing my brain wants to do sometimes. Because I do want this channel to be more than me doing crochet, doing yarn hauls or fabric hauls and stuff like that. Y'all know that. And I'm not really a tutorial type person in the traditional sense. We have wonderful people out there in the yarn fiber and then in the fabric fiber world that are excellent tutorialists. Okay? Crochet, Crystal at Bag a Day, wonderful. She sews seams, wonderful. Okay, so Mikey, of course, the OG, right? But, and you know, I know everybody has recommended others to me. They're better at it than me, okay? So what I want to bring to the table is another person to say, hey, this is a cool pattern. You might not have seen this. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I do have a question. We only have one more Friday to June. It was my intentions to do Fridays as pattern days. And it just happened that I was going to do granny squares right now. And it happened to be June and, you know, the whole granny square month thing. And I still have some that I want to show y'all. It might not be only crochet and it might not only be granny squares. But I still kind of want to do this. The only reason why I say squares is because, for one, I can try 6 squares out and have it ready for you without. No, I'm not gonna lie. There is stress involved in that. I'm not gonna lie with that. But it's a lot less stress than it would be for something bigger, you know. And the good thing about these squares is it's June. It's hot. I'm in the South. It's easy to do small, you know. So I do want to continue to do that. Just let me know if that's something that still interests y'all, because I plan on diving into this that Meredith sent me, because now I will tell you that I cannot share the pattern with you, but I can show you the square that I make from it and see if there's another alternative online free, or you can get one of these off of Amazon. So there is that. All right. On that note, I'm going to get off here. I hope your weekend is awesome. I hope you have a great time, whether it is hanging out with family, friends, yourself, TV, you know, whatever. I hope you enjoy yourself this weekend, and I hope that you find some little spark of joy that lights your face up in your heart, and it just makes everything just so bright and pretty and shiny, even if it's only for a moment. Because they're there, and they make life worth living. It really does. When things are just poo, you can think about those times, and it helps. It really does. Even when you got 10,000 other things swirling around in your brain, because that's often what's going on up there. Anyway, I will see y'all Monday. Until then, take care of you and have a great one. Bye.